So we just got contacted by this new company, prospect. They were thinking about hiring us for HubSpot implementation solutions. And first thing that they said, they've been using HubSpot a little bit, website in a different platform like WordPress or something like that. And he said, listen, one of the things that we have to address is all of the spam bot submissions we're getting through our website. It is weighing us down, it's wasting time, and I want to figure out how to get rid of them. So right now, I want to talk about how you can use HubSpot to not only prevent spam bot submissions, but weed them out if you inevitably do get them. Let's dive in. Okay, so for those that don't know me, I'm CJ Maurer, founder of The Gist, and this is another one of our strategic HubSpot tutorials. So are you getting a lot of spam bot submissions through your website, right? You probably have forms like this. Let me view this here. This is just natively. You can obviously embed these on your website, whether it's HubSpot or WordPress or Squarespace or Webflow or whatever. Let's talk about how to reduce spam bot submissions in the first place. One of the things that you can do, because when you talk about spam bot submissions, they kind of come in a few varieties, right? You have actual humans that aren't actually spam bots that are filling out your forms, maybe because they're trying to sell you something. Not the same as a spam bot, but for the purposes of unwanted form submissions, let's group them together now. The first thing that you want to consider doing is adding more fields to your forms. Now, this goes against conventional logic, which is reduce the amount of fields on your forms and you'll have more submissions, right? Like ask for the least amount of things to improve conversions. Well, if you're getting a bunch of garbage conversions, then what good are those conversions in the first place? So especially if it's like a bottom funnel, like talk to sales, schedule a demo, request pricing, a legitimate prospect would be more inclined to provide more information about their business. So you can kind of use those form submissions to potentially weed them out. But now let's talk about, let's say you have a problem where there's actually bots that are submitting the form and they're triggering workflows, they're creating deals, assigning leads, notifying teams. It's just a waste of effort and it also is messing up your reporting. So how can you do that? Well, in HubSpot, a really cool trick is a hidden field in a form. So right here you see we have a property called honeypot catch, and this is a hidden field. So all we did here was we created a custom contact property, we named it honeypot catch, and we made it a single line text. And then we put it in the form as a hidden field. Now, typically, hidden fields are used to aggregate actual data. If you see in this form, we actually have another property called conversions, which is a hidden field. Why do we do this? Well, this is a request a quote form. So what we do is we actually have this multi-select property called conversions, and we hide it on every single type of form. So if the form is a request a quote, we check this. A form is request a demo, email subscription, content offer, webinar, event registration, whatever it may be. On every single type of form that we create, we put that conversions property on as a hidden field and check it. So that way, when you go into a contact record, it's a really neat and clean way for you to see any and all of the types of conversions that a contact has made, but they never see it, right? If you go to this, you don't see the conversion. So that's literally what it means. It is hidden. Now, normally when you do a hidden field on a form, you will select a value, right? And enter in text, check a box, pick a drop-down selection. But for a bot submission, you can leave it blank. And why is this relevant? Well, because when a real bot fills out a form, it's going to detect every single field on that form, whether it is visible or hidden. So the only way this property could have any text in it is if the form was submitted by a bot. So it's really that simple. Now you publish this form and you know anybody who submits this form where honeypot catch was populated was a bot, where it wasn't a bot. It was a real human. So then all you do is you build a workflow and you trigger it from whenever the form is submitted. And then the first action you do is branch it. You branch it based on whether or not that property, honeypot catch, is known or unknown. If it's spam, if it is known, then you can do whatever you want. In many cases, just delete the contact, make sure no company is created. If so, delete that, or whatever you want to do. That way you're not cluttering up your CRM with contacts, especially marketing contacts. You're not gumming up your reports. You're not notifying your team or creating deals around leads or deals that aren't actually leads or deals. And you're just saving a lot of time and resources. And then obviously, if it's not spam, you continue down the normal path, right? You assign the lead, you create the deal, you send an internal task, maybe even you automate a follow-up email to that prospect, confirming their submission and letting them know what the next steps are. It is literally that simple. HubSpot is a fantastic tool for controlling not only how you gather contacts into your CRM, but also the entry points of data into your CRM and how you can keep that clean and organized. So whether you're using the HubSpot CMS for your website or not, use the HubSpot forms, weed out the bots, embed them on your website, and you will have a much cleaner website experience, minimizing bot entries. That's spam bot prevention in HubSpot forms. So if you like this video, please hit like, subscribe. It helps us and it helps more people like you get a better understanding of the various use cases with HubSpot. Also, in this description, you'll find a link to the Spotlight, which is our weekly drill down on a specific HubSpot use case. We have more and more subscribers each week, helping more people completely for free understand how to better leverage HubSpot as a true instrument for growth. Once again, I'm CJ Maurer with The Gist. Thanks for watching. See you soon.